Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're keeping healthy, following the guidelines. But you know what? We're actually moving into phase two, a tentative phase two at that, but still phase two. And I know this is a long, drawn out process, but you know what? I'm still excited because phase two means we're one step closer to being able to meet together, spend time with one another in person. I miss that so much. So today I want to talk about a verse, and I'm sure that you've heard of it before. It's been mentioned quite a few times during this whole coronavirus mess, and it's found in Psalms chapter 46, verse 10. And it reads, "Be still and know that I am God, exalted among the nations, exalted on the earth." See, I've heard this verse a lot, and a lot of the emphasis that people put on it is on the be still part of this verse. And I got to think, like, what does that really mean? And a lot of people refer to it as, finding peace or literally just being still in the moment and focusing on God. And I had all these different contexts to it. So I decided to dig a little bit, and I found out that the Hebrew word for be still, the phrase there is raphe. And I found something interesting, because raphe in Hebrew means to be weak, to loosen, to lose grasp, to let down. It means this overall context of to present yourself as weak or to be weak. I was like, See, that's interesting because it sort of changes the sort of connotations or the context of the verse here, because then the translation would be saying, "Be weak and know that I am God." You see, either translation, though, sort of has the same root truth. See, whether it's be still or to be weak, both emphasize that you fully rely on God. See, raphe, meaning to be weak or present yourself as weak to God. Because sometimes we come with these big heads that I can do whatever I need to do to support myself, to support whatever I need. You know what? We can't always do that. Because we need to really put ourselves in a place of humility with God. And this is why this is important, especially in today's time with the coronavirus going on, and really even past all of this, past the coronavirus, before and after. We need to be weak in the presence of God, present ourselves as weak, raphe, and know that He is God. See, the surrounding context of this verse is talking about the might and power of God. How He's able to stop and do whatever He wants. See, the emphasis on this verse is for us to truly lean everything that we have, our whole being, on to God. To be weak, to rely on Him. So whether we're in this coronavirus stuff, maybe it's 20 years after, or we're talking about in the past, no matter what, we need to bring ourselves to this point where we're fully leaning and giving ourselves over to God, and no matter what circumstance. Because God is more powerful than anything that we can imagine. He can conquer all the things that we struggle with on a daily basis if we just give them to Him. Also, my challenge for y'all this week, this month, this year, whatever, whenever, is to be weak and fully give your all to God. Alright guys, so I pray that you guys are continuing, once again, to be healthy, to continue to be there for your family members and those neighbors in ways that are unique. And I pray that you raphe before God. Alright, love you guys. See you on Monday.